Let me introduce you to Bo Miles, a unique and likable guy. Everyday life, friends and family makes up the artist's dream.
Here we are, another episode of The Artistry of Podcasts. Now, I was just minor housekeeping. I'm going to change the cover of the cover art, right, of the podcast. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I should, because music is still a part of me, but I don't do any music episodes. It's not like I'm interviewing musicians or anything, like the current state that it's in, I'm just talking, just solo. So I think that I might do that. Just change the art, because I don't want you to look at the cover and see him on the piano and be like, oh man, maybe he's going to be singing or, teaching people how to write songs or, teaching you chord progressions. Now it's the two, nah, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm actually going to do that on my Bo Knows Music page, my Bo Knows Music YouTube page. And I also have BoKnowsMusic.com, which I'm going to make that free. Make it free and then just upload all of my videos, right? So do like lives, which I don't have a problem recording, but when it's live, then you just, I don't know, you get to a place, and I just have to become more comfortable with it, where I'm okay with nobody there and I don't feel the pressure of having to talk. Like, look, I'm just gonna practice or do whatever I'm gonna do, and when I make some type of stride, then I'll point it out, right? So I might do something like that. So that's on the horizon. I see a man moon horizon, right? So I'll probably do that. Let's see. I also am going to be doing a few business things. Trying to grow my money. So today I was offered a driving job, by one of the contractors. And, I'm just glad that I'm at a point where I'm able to look at what they're offering, for the day. Look, we're going to give you X number of dollars, right? We're going to give you $220 a day. And, that's what they're going to start. Look, we're going to, give you $220. And it's like, okay, let's do the math on that, right? We do the math, 220, and that's going to be about $1,100 a week. But you're going to be locked in. Like, your time, you're going to be locked in from the AM to the PM. If niggas want work, they can see him when I see him, right? So, man, we talking about 50, 11 hours. And occasionally on the weekends when people call off, right? So you got the headache of that. Now you driving around Charlotte. I don't know Charlotte area like that, right? So the occasional Saturday or Sunday, give or take, when people call off, and it's like for $220 a day, like, yo, that's just not good, man. So then we kick it up, man. Let's go and kick it up to $300 a day. And we do the math on that. And it's like, all right, that's 15 a week. And it's like, but remember, you got 11 hours a day. And we got what? Here, where's my trusty personal assistant that we all keep in our pockets? Right? So, I think that's like what? 1,500 is 300 a day. Right? Yeah, so that's 1,500. Let's divide that by 5. Let's do 50 hours. Like, you're doing 10-hour days. And we're not even going to, and what is it? You're doing so it's not even that you work in 10-hour days, but you're out for 12 to 13 hours. Right? So you're out for 12 to 13 hours, So you got to put a number on that. And really, for me, I think it would be $600 a day. Like if he was paying me $600 a day, I could do that. Right? But it's good that I'm at a point where I can say yo, man, my time is more valuable than that. My time is more valuable than $200. And we talking about 11 hours, right? We talking about 13, 14 hours because the clock for me starts once I leave the house. So drive time is like an hour, right? Drive time up, drive time back. Yo, man, that's... And then during prime hours, right? So we talking about 7 a.m., right? Probably have to get up around 6. Let's say about 6:45, 6:30. Leave out the house, I would say around 7. Leave out the house around 7 and getting back around 8 p.m. So leaving out 7 a.m., getting back around 8 p.m. Your day is gone. There's nothing you can do, right? I tried to explain. The teacher's playing me like I was playing the game. You lose. Today is another win. I guess I never missed a bus again. Something like that. I don't think today wasn't another win. It had to be something like that. I missed the bus. Crisscross. Totally crossed out. That was the album. Right? But it's just yo, I'm glad that I'm at a point where I can say all right, I have to create that value for myself because there's nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. There's nothing wrong with that. And but I want to get something else started before I commit to that type of time. That's the type so if you're doing that type of thing, then I think maybe investing all right, if you invest in Bitcoin, that's a good thing to invest in, right? If you're investing in Dogecoin or Bitcoin or Ethereum is going to be good because so many people are building their tokens and all of that stuff on Ethereum. NFTs are going to be Ethereum based, until they really lock it in and do something different. Is going to be, it's going to be Ethereum based. So that's something good. So the whole idea is that you just keep investing, putting your money in, working 11 hours, right? Because you're not going to spend it. You're not going to do anything with it. You're not going to, family time is just, boom, you get the evenings. We get 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. Whenever you get home, maybe 2 hours, and then you're getting ready to go to sleep. like I feel like, yo, that's good. So if you're doing some type of long-term investing, that's good. But me, I feel like for me to, in order to take something like that, I need something else that's going to be growing in the meantime. So this is like a short play for me. And that's what I like. I just like short plays. I like short plays. I like, okay, what can I buy right now that has a max potential, right? It has, let's say, 100% of whatever the profit is. Even if it's just, let's say it's 40%, right? So instead of me taking 100%, but I know 100% is there, I take 40%. And the person, they're going to hold it longer, so then they're going to get 60%, right? So I like stuff like that. Like I like short plays. I love, like that's my thing. I love short plays. I don't really care to be in something for a long time, which for someone else it doesn't matter. Like, yo, if that's your thing, like, yo, that's cool with me, you know. So that's what's cooking. So right now I'm just like learning and studying and getting ready. So I have a lane that I'm going to go in, and I'll talk about it more when I get in that lane. So it'll probably be like March. I'm going to start before March, but you know, March at the latest. So I'll be in that lane. I'm already expecting, okay, I'm gonna land like a shitty end of the stick the first time, right? I mean, yeah, you could luck up and things could be good, right? You could get into a trade. Let's say you're doing some I can't even think of the the freaking name of it, right? Man, that's so crazy. But you know, you're flipping coins, you're investing, and you just boom it like 1,000x or 10,000, 100,000x your whatever you put in, right? Like that type of stuff could happen, but for the most part, it's not gonna happen. Like it's not gonna happen. And people who, like the people that I know that got in those type of things, they're usually in some type of Discord, and they all talk about it, and it's usually like a hint comes up, yo, this is gonna blow. So that's usually how it works. And I'm nowhere near that. So I don't really worry about these big extravagant gains. Like, nah, I'm good. Just give me 20%. Give me 15, 20%, and like, yo, I'm good. I'm happy, and I want to do that every day. Like that's how I like to move. So we got that cooking. So in March we'll have it laid down. We'll be in it, and yeah, like that's how I like to work. So I still got my job, and I got this little side hustle going, seeing how that works. Get it up to a good, get it till it's ripe, and then boom, and then start up the next one, right? So that's that. Another thing before, because I was looking through my YouTube, just my time. It's not my timeline, but it's like what I want to watch, right? And just based off of the videos that I watch and the videos that I like, you know, that algorithm is like, yo, so we're going to, you know, populate this screen with this, right? And I just wanted something like more. I want more about the unknown, right? Like that's what I want. So the videos that I've been watching has, you know, hooked my page up to, let's see what it looks like, right? So we started off, it says, when you first open up my YouTube on my app, we got Peloton, Bike, and the Bike Plus, right? So that's advertisement. Somebody paid for that, all right? That's cool. I get it. They like, yo, somebody paid for it. You should be checking it out. Then we get Money B from Digital Underground tells Nori the time Tupac and Tretch GA ... Right? You do you want to see that? It's like, well, I would definitely, like to hear any Tupac and Tretch stories, but Tretch, look, everybody has to grow, right? Everybody has to grow. And, before I was a Tretch fan, I was a Salt and Pepper fan. Look, we got to go back to Young Bo out here on these streets. It's cold out here. So Young Bo was, I told y'all about Allison. And I'm torn between, was it Alice or Allison? I think it was Allison. I just can't imagine her name being Alice, right? I just can't imagine that. But she listened to Salt and Pepper. She listened to all the hits. Okay, so that's what we had to listen to that stuff too. Okay, she was the older god, so we was taking it on her steam. Okay, so and look, man, one day when I go back to Baltimore, the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna have to track her down. Because I mean, she lost her body, like her body and her shape. She lost it, so she peaked at, maybe 13. She peaked around maybe 12 or 13. And after that, it was just downhill as far as a desirable looking specimen. No disrespect to you, Allison. I know you're not listening, but just in the rare occasion that, you ever come across this episode, like, just know that, look, we used to worship the ground you walked on, but, once you hit a threshold, and it happens to everybody, okay? So there's nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. So so yeah, she definitely hit that threshold. So I say that because, like, me wanting to see her is not going to be, just if we just look at how evolution plays out, I can only imagine. Right? So it's definitely not on that time. It's just to, get her perspective. Because like I said, I mean, we would have been like, as kids, me and all the boys, her cousins, we would have been like 6 or 7. She would have been around 11 to 13. Right? So just hearing her take on how we grew up, and, so that's always a good thing. All right. So after we get Money B, then we get some shorts. Moneybag Yo exposed as gay, and it's just clickbait. This just is how he says he brought his page from a girl, and the girl was saying like, "Yo, I'm fine," and all of this. So that was good. Then you got some kid, yo broke son, rapper Rolo gets pulled over by cops. I don't even know him. I don't know Rolo. When blood meet Crip Mac. All right, I don't know that. I know Crip Mac. I have been watching. Bun B exposed what goes down at Hollywood parties. I really don't care about these Hollywood parties. How Snoop Dogg, okay, Nas pulled up on Snoop Dogg. All right, so these are like my shorts. And then I have how to make $1 million in a year or less. Then I got playing the world champs, analyzing my games versus Joseph Saley in the classic Tetris Monthly. Then we get everything wrong with Dune. We're going to come back to that. Mason Cameron. We got Dirk made him do it. Young boy and Dirk is beefing. We got aggressive women become submissive. Street Fighter 6 official teaser trailer, which we'll speak on that. Visiting the Playboy gangster Crips in West LA. He was talking tough to 2 Chicago girls, and they did him, blah, blah, blah. Godfrey we trust, which is good because I like Godfrey. I listen to his podcast a lot. We get some more advertising. Here, real time travelers on TikTok. That's what I want to see. I want to see more stuff like that. Like Kanye West donned the premiere event. Really don't care about that. I love you, Kanye, but look, man. I got my own problems. I can't even keep up with your problems, dog. Proof becoming a YouTuber is a better investment than going to college. I guess if you don't want to become a doctor, okay, but if you want to become a doctor, you on YouTube is not going to cut it. It could, but it's going to be hard. Okay, top 10 songs you didn't know were written by Eminem. Girl tells her boyfriend she got clapped by his best friend, and he cries, "Ooh, boo hoo hoo." Charles Manson, okay, most dangerous cult leader. I'm gonna definitely want to check that out. Can't believe how ridiculous this game is. This is Justin Wong, and it goes on. Chris Rock plots his first stand-up tour in 5 years. Sony new PS5 accessories are wild, right? So the Batman trailer. So just all in all, like there was this whole page of YouTube videos, like it's just trash. And it's not trash from the people who make the videos. But I want to hear more about the unknown, like the oogly boogly stuff. Because I think that stuff is still important, even if you don't believe, right? Even if you don't believe, but that's still a part of humanity, right? Describing the unknown with some spooky tale. Ooh. So that's what I want. I want UFOs and different conspiracy theory, not even conspiracy theories, but time travel, ghost stories. Like that's the type of stuff I want when I open up my YouTube. So that means that I need to history, right? Humans, DNA, genetics, like that. Like that's what I want. I want more of that stuff. So I'm gonna have to watch more videos like that. And like the current rabbit hole that I've been down for a little bit was the Tupac Biggie rabbit hole, and that's what took me to all of this other stuff. Lil Durk and YN, what is it, NBA Young Boy, and like all of that. Like that's what it took me down, and I get to hear all of the different gangsters and kingpins, and like that stuff is cool too. But it's like, man, I need to jump off of that boat. I've been on it. I've been on it long enough. It's time to get off that train and get on another train. Right. But Street Fighter 6 teaser trailer, the main thing that I'm thinking is the art style, right? The mechanics. Okay, is this going to look more realistic? Is Street Fighter 6 going to look more realistic? Their engine that they're creating, preparing for Street Fighter 6, like, is that what it's going to do? Because that's, the trailer looked more, realistic. It didn't look real cartoony. So I'm definitely going to be excited to see what that looks like. And I really haven't even played Street Fighter 5, 4, 3. Like I played a little bit of 3. Like I just kind of got burned out from Street Fighter as far as being competitive. And I just didn't want to play. But any new news about that type of fighting games, like King of Fighters 15 drop, so that looks good. So I can watch them a little bit, like not a long time. I won't look for those type of videos, but I definitely can watch it. I can tolerate, like if I go somewhere and people are playing, I'm gonna definitely watch. Like, all right, you just kind of see the level, see the skill. Let's take a drink. I remember that's how I used to hit them back in the 80s. After you get a nice cold drink, hit him with that. Right? So that Street Fighter video was good. Then there was like time travelers on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, but I think I need to get on just so I can try to maybe upload clips of the podcast and see if I can grow it that way. Right? So I might do that. I might like just cut up little bits and pieces, which I probably won't, but in a world, I think that's something that I would do. Then we had Dune. which y'all know I really like that movie. But this is something like for those worms to be that big. This is a spoiler for those of you who've never read or seen or heard about Dune. There's some giant worms in there. Okay, giant like I mean we're talking like giant like buildings. You know, it would be like a building, like a giant hospital is a living creature, right? Just giant, massive. And they're on this planet and it's like, yo, what do they eat? So in one of the scenes in this new one, in the new movie, they eat one of these giant oil rig type of trucks. I mean, this thing is huge. It's like it would be I mean bigger than a house. All right? This thing is big. This thing is huge. This oil tank. This thing is huge, right? And this worm eats it. Right? Swallows it whole. So then we have humans, right? So one like that old tank thing. I mean, it ate that in probably a second. I mean, who knows how long it would. Let's give it 10 seconds, right? Which is not even 10 seconds. I mean, it ate it as if you was eating one of the little Reese cups. You didn't even like a gummy saber. Like we're talking like it ate in like 5 seconds, max. 5 seconds max. It ate this giant structure, this giant steel structure. Now, for it to get that big, like what is it eating? Right? It has to, because the calories that this thing is burning just from burrowing under the sand. Like, yo, it's burning like, billions of calories. Okay? Billions of human calories. Okay? Now, who knows the calorie intake for itself, the equivalent, right? But, I mean, we just got to say, like, yo, man, this thing runs on 1 billion calories. Okay? So, for it to want to eat a little person, that's like a shark eating like a little fish. Like, nah, a shark needs something a little bit bigger, So, I say that because in this, this giant worm, like, yo, it should have some type of food source. It should, okay, if it's a giant, you can't be a giant predator like that. And only thing you're a giant predator and only thing you eat are snails and ants. Like, yo, man, like that's just not going to cut it. It's just not. Like, yo, that's not going to cut it. If people just started to resort to eating ants, right? That's the only thing that people eat are ants. Like our bodies are going to change quick. And our kids and their kids, so in just a few generations, like things are going to look really, really different. And so we have, billions of ants, but when we really start talking about one ant, you get just one ant, like, damn, just imagine. People are only eating like one ant every so and so time. Like people are definitely going to start looking different. So, in these movies, like, yo, man, have some type of ecosystem. Like, have an ecosystem there. All right. So, all right, if this thing is territorial And it just, look, and it's aware. It knows, humans are bad. They bad. You feel me? You get some humans on here, they will destroy your planet. They'll destroy your environment. We got to kill them at all costs. Like, do not let humans reach critical mass. Like, do not let that happen. Boom. Now I can get that. You feel me? But still show me. Even you don't have to show me them eating, but still show an ecosystem. Like you just have to, right? You just have to. So that was a quick tangent, but now we can get into the episode. Let's see how much time do we. So we spent 30 minutes on some random stuff, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. I wanted to speak on my dad. This episode, my dad and Dennis. We want to shell out Dennis because they were very important. Those two men were very important in my life, very positive beacons in my life. Now, y'all know that my biological father, I do not know, but let's crack open the genetics. We got 23andMe. Let's see if that has anything new on 23andMe. Connections 1. Joanna Williams is inviting me to join her. View invite. So this way she can see my health and my ancestry reports. But she didn't send me a message. Like, it's just a picture of this black woman on here. Like, come on, dog. Nah, man, we gotta decline that. Come at me correct. You feel me? Like, come at me correct, Joanna. Send me a message like, such and such. We're not even related on this shit. You feel me? You trying to connect with me? Like, what? Like, this ain't Facebook. This ain't Instagram. Like, come on. Why would I do that? You feel me? You did. That's fugazi right there. Okay? Boom. So we got get to know your other relatives. I can see my daughter. I can see my cousin, which I sent her a message, right? So this would be a cousin on my biological father's side, okay? She's a first cousin. You and this person, I don't think I said her name, which I don't really think it matters, okay? Sharia Ushery. So Sharia Ushery, this is my first cousin. I've never met her. I sent her a message. I said, this is saying that we cousins. What's up? How's it going? She didn't respond back. Right. So, but, that's the story of my life. But that's a lead. Okay. It says you and Sharia likely share a set of grandparents. You could also be from different generations, removed cousins, or only share one ancestor. We could be half cousins. So it shows me, you go up a level, you see my parents, you go up a level, you see my grandparents. My grandparents connect over to an aunt or uncle, and then it shows down, boom, and that's where you have Sharia. So eventually, she's in my family tree. Eventually, I will get to the bottom. I'll get to the bottom of it. Because that's a lead, right? So I have that. That's on 23andMe. All right. So here we're going to pause, but I'm not going to forget where I am. All right. So we were talking about 23andMe, right? So we got our one connection. Now let's check ancestry, because I'm on both, right? Let's see what we got. See what we got there. All right, we got third cousin. I got fourth cousin. Fourth cousin. Fourth cousin. Fourth cousin. So I got fourth cousins up here. So on ancestry, I got my grandmother from my mom's side, so my mom's mom. I have another first cousin. It's an unlinked tree. Helen Clark Booyer. Let's see. Let's click on her. What does it say? And I'm sure I sent her a message as well. So like, I get it. People, they not trying to holler at your boy. Here, I didn't. I don't think I sent her a message because it would show up. I believe it would show up. Let me send her a message. I'll do it after the show, because I could just do like voice to text or something, right? Then you guys could hear. Look, man, this is how you send a message. But I'm going to send her a message. Last time she logged in was a bit ago, so hopefully she's still alive. Jeez. Helly hell. You can't down me yet. You did. So, we got some second cousins. One of my second cousins, I remember her. I talked to her. So, I got a couple second cousins up here, and that just means that we share like great grandparents or something like that, right? And the real thing is that you can have like halves. So like this is my first cousin, but it's showing up as my second cousin, right? And that's only because like me and her are close. We grew up together. You feel me? This is like my second mom or my sister. She was in my life. She's still in my life. I call her and text her and everything. I love her. So, but what you get on that is that, let's say all right, so your aunt, so if your aunts got different, let's say they just have the same mom, but they got different fathers, right? Then that'll skew things, because they're not sharing as much genetic information, right? So all of that goes into play with this genetic stuff. But ultimately, we're gonna find my biological father. It's just like I really don't care too much. Like it's not as necessary as like making like money. like that's like the number one thing. Okay. Like your boy got to make, like I said, they offered me $220 a day. Like, yo, so I got to make that, I got to make that on my own with, all right, at the most, let's give it 10 hours a day because once you do it 10 hours a day, the good thing about, being in business for yourself is that after you do it 10 hours a day for a certain amount of time, let's say it's a year, right? Which is not going to take a year, but let's say it's a year. Let's say that it takes you 10 hours to make $220 and you do that for 5 days. Well, really when you start knocking it out for yourself, you might go hard, go 6 days, right? But let's just give you 5 days. You do that for a year, at some point, you're going to be able to do it in 5 hours, right? And then you're going to be able to do it in 2.5 hours, right? So you're going to get more efficient. And that's what we're talking about. Whereas if I'm just knocking this out for homeboy or homegirl, baby girl, I'm just knocking it out for them. I'm getting more efficient, but nothing is changing because they're like, yo, I don't care. Like, yo, it's not my 10 hours. That's your 10 hours, right? I'm doing some other stuff. I'm getting other drivers. So, in my time, so, all right, you're knocking out your 10 hours. You've been knocking out for 2 weeks or 2 years. In 2 years, look, I've accrued, let's say 20 drivers, right? So now they're being more efficient with their time. They making more money, right? So that's more important than, me finding my biological father. Like that is what is more important. So I'm not really worried about it. You feel me? And like, I know I'm going to find him or find out who he was, like, cause he could be dead. Right. And that's not going to affect me. right? Just because like I just grew up so poor where like, yo, that's the only thing that matters. Just like with my hands, like growing up with 8 fingers, that's the only thing that you think about. I do not think about my stomach. I do not think about my chest or my arms or my legs or my feet. Oh, my hair, my nose, my lips, my ears. Like, I don't think about none of that shit. I don't. I do not care, right? Because it matters. Like having 8 fingers matters. And I told this tale before, right? We're going to get on my dad and Dennis, right? But I told this tale before of the date I went on in college. Her name was Jessica. And it's look, like I'm not even mad. Like I'm not mad at Jessica. I wish I knew her last name. I'll put it on blast, right? And it's not nothing that I'm being mad about. It's just accepting reality. Cause y'all know that. Like my new thing. We're going to come through in 2022, right? So that's a good thing. That's what I miss, in church, like each, at the New Year's Eve service, they would always come up with some motto, right? So like, either the assistant pastor or a deacon or somebody, they would come up with some new phrase, right? So the phrase has happened, but since I've been in the Carolinas, and with COVID and everything, I haven't been to church. But, they always come up with these phrases, right? So I don't know what the new phrase is for 2022. The Lord is going to bring you through in 2022. Like whatever that phrase is, it's about accepting reality. So with Jessica, I just have to accept reality because the truth is she wasn't the first, to blackball me, right? It was just the first time that I was aware of it. Usually they politely blackball you when you got 8 fingers. So I go on this day. So I'm this is right after my my marriage, right? Because I was married to a very beautiful person in college, right? So I'm married in college, and then that's fizzing out. So then it's like, all right, here, let me send this text. So I'm married, and then it's at the end. It's at the end of the marriage, and so your boy like, look, I'm like, here, let me pause. Let me pause this. All right, here we are again. So before I was rudely interrupted. All right, so let's see what we were talking about. I know we was talking about getting ready for our introduction with my father and my biological father, right? So my dad and then my biological father. And just while I'm not really focused or like really worried about it. And then I think that I made the point. Like money is more important than that, right? So he could be alive, he could be dead. It doesn't matter. Like just the circumstances, just everything, anything. Like none of that matters to me. Like it doesn't matter, right? So then we was talking about the girl. Okay, my girl Jessica, who blackballed me because of my hands. Which, like I said, she's not the first. She's just the first time that I was made aware, right? So, this is the end of the marriage, and your boy is stepping out. Oh, coming out right? So I see this girl, and I've been seeing her around campus. I've been seeing her for a while. So this isn't nothing. Out of the ordinary, right? I've noticed her, and then somehow, some way, we finally get into a position where look, I asked for the number. I get her number. We're talking. We're communicating. All right, we're gonna go out, and I think it was like, all right, we're gonna go get something to eat, and then we're gonna go to a movie. Right, we're gonna go check out a movie or whatever. Right, it's nothing. It's light work. This is just the building blocks of a new romance. My first love. There's only you in my life. The only thing that's right. Right? So my endless love, okay? So we get to Applebee's. We get to Applebee's. I don't know if it was Applebee's. It could have been Applebee's or O'Charlie's. It was like one of those type of restaurants. So you got Applebee's, O'Charlie's, Uno's. TGIF, right? So it was like that type of atmosphere. So we're there, Chili's, right? Another good spot. So we're there, and we're ordering, we're getting ready or whatever, and then I see her, because I don't know if I'm moving something around, but she sees my hands, she notices my hands, and I can see it. Like, look, my head, I'm not like, a flower pot head. Like, my head isn't made out of a flower pot or something. You dig a riggies. So she come up like immediately, right? She come up with like, oh, something came up, but you could already see it. Like, you already could see what had just transpired. You already could see it. So she's like, oh, blah, 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 something, la, 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 I gotta go. Right? Oh, you gotta go? Like, and I believe we met there. I didn't drive her. I drove up there. I drove up there, and like, yo, that was that. So the date was over. And then, like I said, leading up to it, we were talking on the phone and texting or whatever. And I'm sure it was more talking than texting back then. This is probably like early 2000s, right? This is like early 2000s. So we were talking, not really texting like that. And like I said, the date was over. And she didn't talk to me or text me again, right? So it was based off of my hands, right? Because like I said, I saw her when she looked at my hands and realized, and then boom, the date, everything just was over at that point, right? Now, like I said, this isn't like an angry or an upsetting moment, because I understand, I understand that, everybody, they have their own preferences. Like I remember it was the only white girl that I tried to holler at in Baltimore. Because, Baltimore is super segregated. It was at the time, when I'm a kid. So this is like the 90s. It's like the late 90s. And it's super segregated. All right? It's super. And it was this white girl. She looked good. Like, and look, I just, look, I'm gonna try my hand. Okay, I'm gonna try my hand. This is my first time even attempting to communicate, outside my race. In Baltimore, like, yo, this is a big deal at the time, because you just did not see interracial couples. Like, yo, you just didn't see that at all. Okay, that was like, like, yo, that was super not what you saw. And it was late. We was down at the Inner Harbor, and there was some girls, like, just a group of girls, and it was probably like maybe one or two white girls, and then maybe like one or two black girls. So they're, together, and they're in a group. So we're talking with the group of girls. So then, I go in on this white girl, and I remember her vaguely. She had like red hair. What they call burnt orange. So she had that burnt orange hair, and she was thick, of course. Okay, your boy is not hollering on any stick figures. All right, you dig your riggies. So she had a nice body, beautiful girl, and she was like, I don't date outside my race, right? This is what she said. And I remember hearing, this is my first time even trying to holler or to talk to anybody that wasn't black, right? This is my first time even attempting to holler, So this was big, right? This was big, and boom, like, yo, I don't date outside my race. And the only reason why it was even a downer is because, look, I just wanted to smash. So, if she was a stick figure and she said that, it would be like, all right, okay, well, it's cool. Stay in your race. You feel me? Like, stay in the human race. You feel me? Like, I would hate for you to date any dogs, you feel me, or any cats, which you probably have. I mean, we just got to keep it real that stuff happens. There is video footage. I know that with the internet police, they try to take certain stuff down, but it doesn't erase what has been uploaded. And we're talking about thousands of clips of interracial or outer, right? She doesn't date outside her race. You feel me? So there's thousands of clips of girls dating outside the human race. Okay, so, but it was like, yo, you get a preference, right? You get a preference. So if you don't want to date a black guy or a short guy or whatever, like I hear that, but it always takes me back to the girl that I really like, Nicole, right? And I'm gonna say that name because I'm not gonna say her given name, right? I'm not gonna say like her given name, and this isn't a bad story, but Nicole, I really like Nicole. I mean, she, like, even to this date, right? Like that is one of the girls that, like, I really wish, like, I would have married her. Like, like I would have married her, right? And I remember she was saying that, she didn't like short guys. She didn't date short guys, right? Because I don't know if I worked up the nerve to try to holler at her or what. I don't know. Like, I don't remember hollering at nobody. It's just weird, but that's something that I don't remember. Like, I really don't remember. I like, yeah, I saw her. And then I went up to her and I said, hey, how you doing? And she was like this. And I said, yo, let me get the numbers. Like, I don't remember none of that. But I do remember her saying, that she didn't date short guys, alluding to me. So it wasn't, of course I hollered at her. I just don't remember how I hollered at her, right? So, and this conversation, look, this might only be about, we might have to get to my dad and Dennis on the next episode. I don't know, I don't know how long all of these stories, because I feel it moving in a certain direction, and I think I want to stay in this lane, and we'll get to Dennis and Dad next episode, because I don't want this to be too long, but at the same time, you never know, Skolowskis. So, so I'm trying to holler, right? Which I don't remember, but clearly I must have, it's like said something or whatever. But because Nicole was like, I don't like short guys. I don't date short guys. All right, okay. And I took it. All right, I just took it at that. All right, you don't date short guys. And then my roommate Charlie, she was telling me how, like, yo, Charlie is short. Charlie is shorter than me. Okay, Charlie is shorter than me. And I remember her saying, like, yo, like, she really liked Charlie. You feel me? So all of that, I don't date short guys, like, all of that shit went out the window when it came time for Charlie. Right? So, so like people say what they don't do is like, yo, all right, I get that. I get that that's what you're saying right now. But, there was this girl named Nicole that I really liked. And she said she didn't date short guys. But there was a short guy that's shorter than me that she was like, yo, boom. She really liked Charlie. She was like, yo, she would mess with Charlie. You feel me? So I hear it, but I don't hear it. Like that's how that goes. So still, we get a preference. Okay, we get a preference, and I can't get mad if I don't meet your preference. All right, like, yo, you got a preference. Yo, I want whoever I date, they gotta have 10 fingers. All right, like, yo, I can't hate on that. You feel me? Like, yo, I can't hate on that because, like, yo, people are crazy anyway. Like, yo, people are really crazy, Like, yo, we go on Instagram right now. Let's just go on Instagram and see what we got popping on the gram. Okay. Now this is on my Bo Miles page. So here we got what is this? Smirk Lee. So this is Smirk Lee. She has on like a tube top with the flag, United States tube top. She got some tattoos, and she has she has a beautiful back tattoo. This is why I'm following her, right? She has like a collage of pictures. Let's see. Life is life. We're making it. All right. Let's. How many people like this? Like a bunch, So I don't need to like it. Okay. She got one comment, and you flip it. Smirk Lee looks like she is a stripper. But I don't know what she could be doing, but she's like kind of half dressed, showing off her body. She definitely had groomed. She's definitely grooming below the belt. And it's a video, right? The next pic is a video. She's kind of like, showing, highlighting her breast a little bit. You really can't like see them, but it covered up. She has devil horns, and she's just kind of zooming in and out. And she's showing that her tongue is like slit down the middle. I don't know what that is called. I haven't really looked at it. She shows a cat, right? This is her cat. Her cat. All right. I don't really like cats. And then the next pic, it shows she's in like a another type of bathing suit. So this looks like, like she's a stripper. I don't know if she is a stripper, but that's what it looks like. Then it shows another cat. So, she has some cats. We got a Miri. Ooh, Tattoo Baby. Tattoo Baby is from like the show Inked, which was a really good show. And Tattoo Baby is beautiful. Like she is a beautiful woman. Jeez Louise, right? But, not to take anything away, but, people definitely get that work done, okay? So she's sitting down, she's showing off her cleavage, showing off her body. She has like a two-piece on. She has a bunch of tattoos. Her name is Tattoo Baby. The next pic, she's smiling, again, just showing off her ink and her body, okay? Third pic, get a better shot of her cleavage. And let's go down. We got Tony Baker, right? Now, the big homie turned 10, looking like Mike Tyson. All right, here we gotta go to the other one. We gotta go to my Patzer, because that's where you're gonna get the smut, the smizzy. Boom, here we go. We got Reagan K. She's just walking, and this is like a short. She's showing her butt. We got Alex Scar. She's showing her butt. We got T.I. Is he saying something about Godfrey? We got Ken Got the Dawn. She's showing her butt. Just several pictures. She's showing her butt. She's showing her butt. She's showing her butt. Now, this is not like naked. This is just her with some clothes on. And this is like really weird. This is too weird for me. I'm going to have to unfollow her. Like, that's just like... Yeah, it's just too weird. Like, you're too weird for me, dog. Ghetto Barbie 404, she's twerking. What's your zip code? Right. So on here, like, you just get like a lot of people who are just showing like, they're trying to attract something, Like, all right, if you're trying to get followers, like, for what? You trying to be an influencer? Like, all right, for what? It translates to money. Somehow it translates to money. That's all good, right? But like what we don't see, like, we don't see the depression. We don't see their anxiety. We don't see the medicine cabinet. We don't see the trauma that they've endured as kids. Like, we don't see, we don't see none of that. You feel me? So anytime anybody excludes me from their list, like, that's thank you. Like, really, ultimately, is a thank you. It's like, good luck, because you're a person, and people are crazy. Like, people are really crazy. Like, they're like, psychotic. Like, everyone is like, everyone. It's just the way it is, and we only get to keep all of this stuff up because it suits us, right? Like, everything is moving for us. Things are looking good. It's working. So we don't have to worry, right? Like, it just is working. So, we don't, if it's not broke, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But as soon as it starts to break down, then, then another side of our personalities emerges. So that's what I know. So, so that's why I say, like, when I tell a story about Jessica or any other, like, that was just one that I was able to see. Like, I was able to see I was able to see that, but it happened to me a lot without me being able to see, right? So one, like, all right, that girl, the white girl from Baltimore, all right, she excludes me because I'm black, right? She's like, yo, nah, I don't date, you know, I mean, we're all humans, but, look, I don't date anybody who's not white like me, right? You're not a white American. You don't file for white. America doesn't see you as white. Like, yo, I don't date you, right? And okay, so boom, I was able to see that one. But there's a lot of girls who I liked coming up and growing up that, because they all knew. It wasn't like you couldn't hide. It's not like you could hide. Everybody already know. Yo, that's Bo with the 8 fingers. Like you're already gonna know it. It's gonna reverberate through the school. Like, you're not hiding from this. So, boom, already girls like, yo, nah, I don't want no, yo, you gotta have 10 fingers at least, and at least gotta have 10 fingers, and then we can start to eliminate you after that. So that's, it was all good. It was like, it wasn't a big deal, right? But I was able to see. Now, my point for, going off on that tangent about Jessica, who knows? Okay? Because we're talking about, we were, leading into my dad and Dennis. And who knows, like who knows even the point for that. But we're gonna hang around here anyway, just because we've already put in an hour, right? So we go and give them 30 more minutes with another dating story. Okay. I'm trying to think of a good one. But these dating stories really don't have a point, right? I mean, that's interesting. If I'm really thinking, I'm trying to think of, all right, those first jizz sessions. Okay, we can hit those because I do, but maybe we can talk about it in another. I mean, we can give them another hour and just hit Dennis. Here, hold on. Let me pause this again. This is throwing me off. Well, we're back. We have a few things that's going on around this shindig, but man, it's all good. One thing that is bothering me, I had a tattoo session. So I had a tattoo session this past weekend on like my back side of my ribs. So not even like my ribs, just the back side. And man, it's achy. Like it just hurts, It hurts to touch. It hurts to move. So I'm dealing with that. And it's crazy because, I didn't have this type of pain anywhere else. But the backside of my ribs and stuff, like, yo, that definitely hurts. So I had to go for a walk and just kind of walk. But then I came back and took my shirt off to kind of let this breathe. So here, let's see. Let's check out this one. All right, so we're watching a video. Let's see, do they? It's hard to tell. Like, I'll just have to go up there. So, here, let me pause. Again, sorry. Jeez. All right. Take 455. All right, so we're back again. We're trying to decide if we're going to go with, revisit those early spank bankings. Okay. Since we're talking about girls who rejected me. Right. We talk about Jessica. We talk about Nicole. Right. And there's so many others. And, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because Nicole, she married a tall, like her husband at the time, hopefully they're still married. But her boyfriend and, her husband-ish, if they even got married, he was tall, so, so it makes sense, right? But she made that exception. Now, I don't know if the issue was something other than my hands, because I feel like I have a high execution far as when it comes to dating, right? I'm not an easy person an easy character to pick up. Right. If we're looking at it like Tekken, look, your boy haven't been on this Tekken game, but I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna play some other fighting games just for the story mode, right? And I might even play Tekken because I want to play the story mode. So I might pick up a PS3, the one that can that's backwards compatible, because I have a PS3 in storage. I used to have the one that was backwards compatible, but I forgot what happened. Because I came up like, oh yeah, I broke it. That's what happened. Jeez. So I came up, I brought it on eBay. I brought a broke one on eBay, right? And it was still under warranty. So that's what I was gambling on. Like, all right, if I pick up this broke one, maybe it's still under warranty, and then I can just send it back and get a new one or a fixed one. And that's what happened. So it was still under warranty from the original purchase date. So they just they had me send it back, and they sent me a new one, right? Which was it was the original model. I think it was like a 80. It was like a 60. I think it was like the 60 gig. It was like the 60 gig model that was backwards compatible. And boom, so I had one and then I broke it. Silly me. So, that's the story of my life. But, so that's that way I can get back, because I want to play those early Tekkens and just, play with my hitbox. I don't really want to play with a controller. I could play with an arcade stick as well. So, but, that's going to be like PlayStation 1 is going to have your first 3. And then PlayStation 2 will have Tag and so forth. So I do want to revisit those games. But if we look at dating, like character select, I think I'm more like, Brian. I'm like Brian Fury, or Steve. I'm not an easy character that, people just like gravitate. I would say Brian because at least Steve looks, even though he's hard to play, he looks like he just looks good, He just looks good. And, of course I think I look good. So that's not even like I feel like I'm like Gigas or something. But I think, just all, like if I just reflect on all of the girls, that it's always been like that. It's always been like, I don't like, all the girls are not chasing after me. All the girls are not like, yo, I just have that problem. That's not my problem. But every girl that I get to know, right? They are charmed. Definitely. So, so I don't have a problem with that, right? So that's why I feel like, I'm like Brian, it's you first get the character in your hand. It's like, man, this is a difficult character, but after you get over that hump, or if you come already with a certain knowledge, and a certain bar as far as your execution, boom, you're going to gravitate to that type of character. So I think, I think the girls that I'm like, if girls are selecting guys, I think I'm like Brian Fury, It's definitely a certain special person that's gonna, that's gonna select me, right? So even if, boom, back in the day when I was going after, your boy was hunting, head hunting, and go get him, get him, yo, go get him, we gonna get him, we gonna get him. Like, so even back then, your boy was definitely striking out, like, strike 3, you're out, get out of here, and I was definitely, oh man, I tell you, this tattoo session has been tough for your boy. This has been the hardest. This is the hardest one. And like I said, he hasn't even hit the ribs. So that's gonna be quite the feat, the task. Right? So definitely I can wait for that. But yeah, all of the chicks. And, just going back on the preference, right? Just because, look, everybody got preferences. I got a preference, right? It's certain girls that, certain body types that I just like Janet Jackson. Like, her body is a no-no for me. Like, her body type, like, and I'm talking about, in shape, Janet, like her shape, that's a no-go. All right. Like, I would never date Janet Jackson. And like looking at her like videos and stuff, that was universal, right? Because they only show her chest, like her upper, torso, really, like, so her cleavage. And this is, remember, when we hit Instagram, you know what I mean? Like, but that girl, Smirk Lee, like, yo, she has a nice body. Like, she was showing, remember that one that I had to unfollow, whatever her name. Like, she had, like, just the shape. Just the angles of those pics were horrible. They were horrible. And it was like, yo, I gotta unfollow that. That was just horrible, right? But the girl, Smirk Lee, she has a nice body, and she has a really nice tattoo, like her back tattoo. You know, is it's beautiful. Actually, I think I saw it in one of those like Asian inspired tattoo collections where they just kind of randomly show you different people. And I saw hers, and I was like, "Yo, who was that?" So then I followed her. But she has a nice body, a nice shape, you know. So like, so even me, you know, I mean, I have different preferences. So you know, certain body types, like yo, it's just not like yo. I'm gonna be like, you know, but I'm not gonna be like Jessica. I'm not going to, you know, like be talking to somebody like because I'm already know. But in her defense, like all right, she didn't know. So if her standard, like yo, she got the 10-finger standard, and she didn't know. So then boom, I got through the cracks. You feel me? Look, that's the story of my life right there. Just getting through the cracks. Your boy Bo just look, man. He just get through the cracks. He's not even supposed to be here. He's not even supposed. Look, man, that's the story of my life right there. Okay? That's the story of my life because, you know, we have to, if we're going to eventually get to Dennis and my dad, then we have to talk about, you know, my mom. We have to talk about my mom just so we can just set up the tale, right? We can set up the story, which, and, you know, my origin story, right? So we got to get to that. But, you know, who knows in what order, right? Who knows in what order we'll do that. But, you know, I'm trying to think. Ooh, so with the selection, it was this girl. I spoke about this. It was this girl, an Asian girl. You know, I don't know which. You know, I don't know her descent. I don't know what country her, you know, forefathers come from. I don't know, right? But just me with what little bit of knowledge that I do have now, I would think that she was probably like Korean or Taiwanese, right? Which, what do they say? Like Taiwan, you know, like China feels like, yo, that's still a part of China. You feel me? So, you know, so I can't, look, I don't know about all of that. You feel me? I'm like Whoopi. You feel me? I'm just ignorant. Like, yo, man, I hear that the Bloods and the Crips are fighting, but, you know, y'all the same. like, yo, man, y'all the same. Like, I get it that, you know, y'all want to be different, but, like, yo, y'all are the same. If we do the 23andMe or the Ancestry, I'm sure a lot of y'all are going to be crisscrossing and, you know, y'all, some of y'all family. You know, a lot of y'all going to be family, you know. Like third and fourth cousins, y'all killing each other. You feel me? So, you know, I would say she was Korean or Chinese. I don't believe that she's Japanese. I remember, in college, there was this Japanese girl that I was getting to know, you know, and getting close. Like, she was beautiful, you know. And this girl, the Korean, you know, we're just gonna just give her Korean, but if she's not, you know, no offense, you know, I don't know. You know, I like all girls. You dig? So so this girl, like, I'm sitting on the bus all the time, sitting on the bus, and we making eye contact, and I think maybe I was still scarred from that white girl, you know, who was like, look, I don't date outside my race, you know. I think I was still scarred from that. So I'm thinking like, man, this girl, she, you know, and she's from, which, you know, I've only had good experiences with, you know, like Koreans or Vietnamese or, you know, whatever the Eastern, just Eastern people, period. Like I've had good experiences, you know, like they always treated your boy good. They always just, They always like me. So I don't know what happened, guys. I just don't. I don't know. But so this girl, I'm riding the bus, getting in my my 1,000 hours towards becoming a bus driver. So I'm riding the bus, and it's this girl, beautiful girl. Like, I noticed her. Like, I remember the first, time when I saw her. The first time ever you saw my, right? So like I remember that. I remember seeing her, on a bus and, making eye contact. I remember this. Like, I remember seeing her and just like, man, she was beautiful. And your boy was scared. Look, I was scared. Your boy was scared. Yo, what you scared? You scared? You scared? Look, man, your boy was scared. Okay, it's just no way around it. Your boy was scared. All right, and so I didn't say anything to her, but we kept we would make eye contact, right? And this is, we're on the bus, so she's becoming a bus driver as well, right? She's putting in her 1,000 hours. I'm putting in my 1,000 hours, and she went to you could tell just the people on that bus, they went to one of those good schools, right? And y'all know, your boy, I'm on the bottom of the barrel, okay? I'm dumb as a doorknob. See, I don't even know. I'm just dumb, okay? That's just what it is. Whatever your standard, your epitome of dumb is, that's what I am, okay? Mama always said life was like a box of chocolates, all right? So I think I was intimidated by the school that she went to as well. So there's a lot just stacking up. And, your boy, especially, you got the ring. You got the ring of, I don't date outside my race. They're all going to laugh at you. So I didn't holler at her, right? But that's not the end of the story. This is just the beginning of the story. So then there's this girl. It's this black girl. She's on the bus, and I'm on the bus. I don't know I think I was by myself. And there was a black girl. And she came up to me, she came up to me. And her body type is more of the body type that I like. And, I always pick the wrong girls. I always, whenever there's multiples, I always pick. But, I acknowledge now that, they all are the wrong girls. You feel me? If it's two of them, no matter who I pick, it's going to be the wrong choice. There is no, you're in a lose-lose situation. There is no right choice. And I've come to accept that. I've come to accept that, there is no right choice. Okay. There's only the wrong choice. So this girl, she's just thick. I mean, a beautiful body. Man, just one of those beautiful bodies. So when she comes to me, she's like, maybe, my friend or whoever, she was trying to holler at you, or she likes you, or she's just whatever. She's talking about the Korean girl, right? But we have this girl who's thick. So I'm like, I mean, if I had to smash, I'm trying to smash this body type. You know what I mean? I'm trying to smash the thicker girl. You feel me? She got the curves. I would say the curvier. She just had the curves. She's got that vibe. Girl, you've got that vibe. She got that vibe. She got that vibe. So when she's like, the girl over here that she likes you or whatever, I'm like, man, Like, yo, I'm trying to holler at you, right? So she was like, well, I'll just tell her that, that you don't want to date outside your race or something like that, along that line, right? And it's like damn, you feel me? Because I end up hitting the Korean girl, which I didn't hit her, but I delivered a message was delivered to her, along the same lines as a message that was delivered, but I got mine straight from the tap. You feel me? Which she was serious. Like that white girl was for real. She said it out of her own mouth, which, we'll get into another story because we got a little bit of more time that we can, speak on that type of situation. But, she said it out of her own mouth. So it's like, this is how she feels, right? I sent that message to my Korean love, like just my heart, right? This is the first time that because this is like, my retrial with Lanisha. All right. Remember my heart that was like, I would never go out with a boy like you. I would never, like, they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at, like, yo, this is my second chance. This is my second chance. And I freaking blew it, guys. Damn. Because I think she was like Lanisha, you feel me? Only 2.0, right? Which I can't say 2.0 isn't better. Just, just like, just my second time. This is my second chance. This is with somebody who I felt the connection, and I knew that she felt the connection back, right? So we had this connection. We're accruing these hours on the bus. So I knew that, there was something there, and boom. And that the body just ran interference on me, guys. It just did, like, and the crazy thing about it is, like, I didn't even, because I tried to holler at the one, the one that I was like, all right, so if I, got rid of Yokio, so if I fucking got rid of Yokio for, freaking Tasha, right? I didn't even get Tasha's number, right? She's like one of those type of, and I've came across this type of person a lot. This is a type of girl who they just have a lot of male friends, right? They just have a lot of male friends. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they would, why they would have a bunch of male friends, but they do, it baffles me. I'm from the old school. I'm taking it back to the old school. I'm an old dude with soul rules. Woo, that is. Woo, that is. Come on, y'all. Woo, right? So like that's. I never understood it, but that's what I got caught up in, right? So here I'm trying to go after, but it's just like, nah. So once I realized that it wasn't going to happen, the damage had already been done with Yokio. Right? It already been done. So, I couldn't go back, which I should have, like if I could go back, if I could turn back the hands of time, then my darling, right? So I would definitely like, so even after I would have did damage control. Like, it was just no way around it. I would have done some damage control if I could have went back. Yeah, if I could have went even further back, then boom. Oh, man, you need to go ahead. Look, little homie. Who are you? I'm your future self. Do you have any, like, tips for me to become rich? Nah, man, I ain't cracked that code yet. Look, man. Ooh, I got one for you, little homie. When the first time you hear about Bitcoin, you only gonna have $20. I want you to go ahead, even though you ain't gonna know how to even buy Bitcoin. Okay? You're not even gonna know how to buy it. But I want you to buy some Bitcoin. I just want you to keep buying Bitcoin, right? Because I definitely heard about it early, like in the 2000s, but I didn't know how to get it. Even if even if my future self would have told me, yo, buy some Bitcoin, so I wouldn't even known. So I think the only thing that I could have done, it would have been, what is it? Not Dogecoin. Yeah, Dogecoin. That would have been, but see, I didn't even have a good amount of money during that time, so it's like, yo, even if I knew about it, I didn't have enough money to really, go in. But what I could have did was maybe told a couple of people like, yo, that I knew, yo, we need to go ahead and put in, back when it was, like when it wasn't even 10 cents, right? Back when it was like two and below, even below that, back when it was like that, look, man, let's go and put 100, let's put 100,000, right? So I could have took advantage of that, right? So my future self goes back and I tell, my past self, look, little homie, you need to talk to that little rise of the, what is it, rising sun. You need to go over there and try to get on that land of the rising sun. You dig? And I'll be like, oh wow, did you do it? Nah, I didn't do it. So like, yo, how do you know that this even ends out well for me? I don't, but I've been regretting for a long time. I just, look, nah, man, don't try to send me down some road, some like, yo, just because you ain't had a heart, you ain't had no heart. Don't try to send me down there because you ain't had a heart, right? So I think that's what that's what my past self would have said. So there was no way for me, to get it, but maybe damage control. But see, like we said, man, you don't know about like the possessiveness. You don't know about the depression. Like, yo, you just don't know. Like, yo, man, there's a lot of baggage that comes with a person. So each person that, I'm not interacting with, that's a good experience. Like that's a good experience because I'm really not trying to just deal with all that baggage. Bag lady, you gon' miss your bus. You got too much stuff. You need to hurry up. Cause when niggas see you coming, niggas take off running from you. Oh yes they do. Right? So that's just the way it is. So I gotta be grateful. I gotta be grateful for my 8 fingers as a barrier, right? Not only does it protect girls, right, who look, they got that 10 finger, yo, you gotta have 10 to get in. All right. It protects them and it protects me. Because look, man, a lot of those lives, I'm really not trying to get into those lives. Like, I'm just not. That's just a hassle. Look, I'm on the road to riches. That's really all I want. Okay? Some of y'all want these sitches. Some of y'all want these sitches. I want these riches. Okay? That's what I want. My money, money, money. My sitches, my money. Money, money, money. Money is my sitch. She keep it happy. But I think she got me. See, whipped my money, money, money. My sitch is my money, right? So that's really, that's how I look at it. But we're still human. We still need human interaction, right? So I would have definitely loved to walk on the land of the rising sun. There is a house down in New Orleans. They call it the rising sun. And it is the ruin of many poor boys. And God, I know I'm one. My father. So yeah. That's it. Oh yeah. So that was that one, so I had my opportunity where, boom, your boy gassed out, right? I let freaking Tasha get in the way of, what did I give her? Yuriko. Something close to that, right? So I let her get in the way of that, right? Now we'll end with this story. This is remember I told you about the, I tried to holler at the white girl and she was like, I don't date anybody outside my race. So let's fast forward probably a year or two. And there was another white girl that I liked. And she was like, yo, this girl was she was so beautiful that I bet she still is beautiful. Like it's just, now remember, some people, they go through that threshold, like Allison, right? Or Alice. I'm gonna have to find out if her name was Al. I'm gonna have to call one of my homies and see, like, yo, was Mook's cousin named Alice or Allison, right? I don't remember, right? But we know that she she hit that threshold. Like by the time I turned 14, 15, like yo, she did not have that vibe. She don't got that vibe. She don't got that vibe. Girl, you lost that vibe. She lost that vibe. Right? So she definitely, by the time I turned like 14, 15, like yo, it was, she had already, her best days were long gone. Right. And I don't want to, take anything away from her. I'm sure as a person that she's a good person. Okay. But just, as a specimen, just as art, she's just a different type of art. That's all, like just different. And it's all good. Okay. It's all good. I'm not taking anything away from you, girl, baby girl. But this one girl, like, yo, jeez, like, she was like, yo, I don't know if she still is because, I've seen a lot of beautiful women since then. But, I mean, she is definitely the prettiest one I've ever interacted with. I mean, I'm talking about just a beautiful face, a beautiful body. She's definitely, when they say like rich people, like when you're rich and famous, your scale is from 10 to 20. She's up in that realm. She's like, she's up in that realm. I'm talking about SS tier. Okay. This is, you don't lose this. You don't lose this. But, but I mean, I've seen a girl, lose it, right? Who went from 100 to 0 real quick. Like, yo, like she was, 100. I mean, curvy, just beautiful, everything. And then like in a few years, maybe let's give her 2 to 3 years, she just was like, oh, she just gained a lot of weight. You feel me? And it happens to all of us, so, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Like, yo, that's the devil's insurance. You feel me? Just kicking in. That's the devil's insurance policy kicking in. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Okay. So I've seen it happen. Right. But this girl, and that's crazy. They got the same name. It's the same name. Like, yo, that's crazy. But this girl, like, yo, it's no way that she would let that happen. Like, she was just that bad. Like I said, like she is dating some type of superstar, or she's definitely dated someone who is a superstar, right? And I think I told you about the time I was messing with one of Eddie Murphy girls, but this isn't her. But I'm quite sure that like, yo, she probably dated Eddie Murphy too. like yo, this girl, right? But so when I first meet her, I'm hollering one of my boys, one of my white boys, and they like, yo, she don't date outside her race, right? So this is the same type of thing that I heard back in the day, right? So I'm like, cool, like, you feel me? Like, it's all good. It's no big deal. And like, yo, somehow, some way, because I'm looking at it like, and this is just the way I think. Like, I don't know how accurate it is, but it just seems accurate. So, but it could be because I'm cherry picking. But whenever I feel like there's a connection, right? Whenever I see a girl and I feel like there's a connection, like there is, like both ways, it goes both ways. And, so with this one, I feel like, yo, I felt like it was something between us, right? Like, yo, I just felt like it. And, once my homies, they like, yo, like, nah, dawg, like, she don't date outside our race. Right. And I don't know if they talked to her or if they just because of the way she looked, because she definitely looked like she didn't date outside her race. Like, she definitely could look like that. Like, there's no question about it. But like I said, I got that, my spider senses are tingling, right? I got that feeling. So it's like, yo, and I trust those feelings. Like, I just trust them. And, I just trust them. If I get that feeling, because it don't happen with everybody. Like all right, it's like a billion girls out here. So if something goes off, I chalk it up to timeline reverberation, right? And a quick, run through of, timeline reverberation is that things in your life, right? Like, time doesn't exist, right? It's like we're only able to see. So if our consciousness is the head of a pencil, right? Our consciousness is the head of a pencil. We're at the mark, and it's drawing. Let's say it's tracing something. It's you're tracing. What you're tracing has already been done. It's already there. Just that pencil is going over it, right? So like that's how I look at our life. I look at our life like that. That's how so each stroke, when you're tracing this image, right? When you're tracing this life. So if we're, just take an image, but now instead of calling it an image, we call it a life. And your consciousness, the way you see things is just the pencil. It's just that point of the pencil. Okay. It's already been done, right? But you can only see where it is at that moment. You can't see beyond it, and you can't see what has gone before it, right? You we just can't relive a moment, right? If we could, then we would just loop. I would just go back. If I could relive that, but we can remember, right? Because our brain has that tool, it has that ability to remember. And one of the things that I've learned is that our memory is not that everything that I'm saying, you just gotta take it at 80%. I would say 70 to 80% accurate, right? If we get whoever else is involved, because I've heard one of my homies tell a story, he totally forgot I was there, right? And I'm sure that I've told stories that I totally forgot that he was there. and vice versa. And it's, you just interact, so much interaction. So our memories are, they're good, but at the same time, they're not like 100%. If we were to, if we could actually go back and relive it again and retrace it again, like, I would just retrace a loop. I would just loop, like, I would just, boom, let's go ahead and do this. And, just keep reliving and reliving and reliving, right? But we can't. So what happens is that the different curves in your life, it's like it already happened. So when it happens, when you experience it, like every from the time that you have consciousness, those type of things are still in you. Like it's still a part of you. So let's say a person or a song, right? A song like a song in my life. I'll listen to a song. One of my favorite songs, let's say, is like Tennessee, right? That was a good song. Tennessee, Tennessee. Take me to another place. Take me to another place. Right? Tennessee. Won't you help me? Won't you help me? Won't you help me? Right? So, like that, I can listen to that song now and still, have it's like I'm back at that point, even though I'm not there, but I am there. Right? So it's like me listening to it for the first time when I listen to it the 10th or the 1000th time, right? So that's with the song. You hear a song, it's like, yo, boom, man, that song was so impactful, but you don't even know what is impactful to you yet, right? Especially when you're young, like, it's, I don't even know how this song is going to, play a major role in my life. Like maybe I hear it again when I graduate, maybe I hear it at a party, or maybe I hear it, but this song is very impactful. Like, because boom, you do hear it again, right? So that's just like timeline reverberation. Me playing the piano, like I remember as a kid, as a young tyke, wanting to play the piano, right? And getting that joy, that sense of, of playing like I'm a musician, right? And then you fast forward and I become a musician. And I had that, feeling, that desire and that want way before I had a means to facilitate it, right? I had it. I had that desire, and to be on stage and to perform, right? This is before I even accomplished it, right? Before I even had a show, right? Which I could go back to touring. I mean, you just never know. Like, there's just so many other things that needs to happen. But just like with that, we're really not in control of it. Now, if you want to, if you believe that, whatever, like, it's cool. I'm not trying to convince you, but this is my philosophy, and this is why I act on different feelings. Like if I have something there, right? Like, this is why I act on it, because I feel like, it is something. It's not just, look, man, there's a million guys out here and they all like that one girl. So, it ain't no thing, man, but a chicken wing on a string. It ain't. So when I got that feeling, even though, my homie's like, yo, man, she don't date outside our race. I'm like, yo, man, that's just not, that can't be right. Because, out of all, all right, so it's, freaking, I don't know, maybe 30 to 50. It's like, it's like 50 white girls. So why do I have this pull towards this one girl right here? Right? It's like, it's a pull towards this one. Like, why do I have that if she doesn't date outside our race? Right? So, I mean, is she going to do like my homework? Is she going to do my taxes? Like, something happens, something happens. So I go on, okay, look, she don't date outside her race. But, so this is like, during the day, and I'm, telling my, like, yo, she's so beautiful. Like, yo, I'm looking at her. And then it was like, I think it was late. It was late at night one time, we're on campus. And, boom, your boy get around her. You feel me? Like, so this is like, so we've been making eye contact, for, I would say, weeks now. We've been making eye contact for weeks now. And, like, yo, man, gotta be something there, So I get around her and it's nobody around. It's just me and her somehow, some way we're together. We're, around each other. And boom. So we start, just talking. And like, yo, like, boom, I'm in there. You feel me? Like, so to go back to that one situation where it was the 4 girls, right? The 2 black girls and 2 white girls. Or it could have been however many. I know the white girl wasn't by herself, The ginger, that's what they call them. When we go back, which, that could be offensive. So, look, it is what it is, man. I'm a walking offense. I just offend people, okay? So when we go back to that situation, her saying that I don't date outside my race, we don't know if she was saying that because who was around. We don't know, like, and that's just like, boom, we go back to me and what is it? What did I give her? Yo quiero. Nah, Yokio. Yeah, let's go Yokio. Right. We go back to Yokio. Remember, I like Yokio. Like, it's no question. Like, I can still see her face on that bus in the seat, right? I can still see the bus and, I can still see her, which, man, I really should have hollered at her. I'm sorry, Yokio. So, like with her, right? So, boom, I liked her, but I was trying to smash the deliverer, right? So, because look, I'm like, all right, I smashed the deliverer, then I go to her. But I didn't, like I said, I always pick the wrong one. So I didn't smash the deliverer, and I didn't smash Yokio. So when we go back to the 4 situation, right? That girl, the ginger, like, yo, she could have said anything. She could have said what she said, but we don't know the context behind it. Like, yo, we don't know if I would have just got, rolled up on her, if it's just me and her. Because remember, like the one girl later on, everybody like, yo, she don't date outside her race, right? But I catch her by herself, right, in the prime time, right? That body language time, and boom, it was like, yo. And come to find out, like, yo, it goes down. It goes down in the DM. It goes down in the DMs. It goes down. It goes down in the DMs. It goes down in the DM, right? So, like, yo, like, she didn't like black guys. She loved black guys. That's what I come to find out. Like, yo, she loved black guys, especially at night, So, look, I mean, it's just how it is, right? So everybody is, like, living up to a certain standard. Maybe, people like, yo, you can't like black guys or, whatever. Like, who knows what was going on. But, like, yo, when the sun went down and the people went in, like, yo, she came out. Oh, about the comment. Out there, world to know. I'm coming out. I'm coming. Right. So she definitely came out. Right. But, when we go back to that other situation, right, where the girl's like, yo, I don't date outside my race, it could have been because those black girls were there and maybe, some of their other friends were trying to get with her, and she's like, I don't really want to date them, so let me just tell. You see what I'm saying? So you just never know, right? You just never know. So that's why, like, all that type of stuff, I just take with a grain of salt, even down to the, yo, ooh, ill, he got 8 fingers. I don't want to date him. I don't want to mess with him. Like, yo, I take like all of that. I take with a grain of salt. Like I take all of that with a grain of salt. I do, because, look, what you don't like today, you may love a little bit later today. So, so that's how it is, right? Like, yo, you never tried crab cakes until you tried crab cakes. And you never, like, even if you don't like crab cakes, you won't love crab cakes until that's the only thing that you have to eat, or it's either crab cakes or death, right? Then you're going to love crab cakes. So, but a lot of people, they don't get in those type of situations. So there's nothing wrong with that. Remember, we gonna come through in 2022, right? So look, I accept people as they are. You don't have to change. You don't have to be something that you're not. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to do it. Look, I accept you as you are. However you are, whatever your quote unquote flaws or strengths, like, yo, it's cool with me. You feel me? Like I'm good, right? Like I'm good. Like that's how, I have to accept reality, right? But I also, like, a part of me, I have to trust myself, and you have to practice that. Like, I gotta trust myself. Like, yo, whatever that feeling is, if that's special, if that different feeling, whatever, like, yo, I gotta trust that feeling, because I feel like, some things you just don't know. Like, there's things that happen in my life where I just got caught blindsided. But actually, I got the heads up. I just didn't know, right? Like, I just didn't know. I didn't know that this was the heads up, but it was like, boom. All right, yo, I just heard about that. It's just like, yo, somebody talking about, yeah, man, yo, man, somebody just got stabbed just the other day, yo. It's like, yo, man, that's crazy. They got stabbed, and boom, all of a sudden I get stabbed. It's like, yo, I just heard about it. You feel me? Now, if I didn't take heed and I didn't say that, yo, this could happen to me, well, then, boom, when I get stabbed, like, yo, that's, I didn't take heed, right? But I understand, like, yo, everyone, we all have our day. You feel me? We all have our day. We're all gonna die. So that's not a surprise. Like, yo, it could happen right now. Like, as soon as I hit stop, it could happen right now. I'm recording. You feel me? I could have an aneurysm. Like, anything can happen. Like, so I understand that. Like, yo, I'm not in control of that. I'm not in control of anything. But whenever I get these type of feelings, whenever I get a pull, whenever I get like, yo, this is it. This is, I look at it as timeline reverberation. That's how I look at it. I look at it like, yo, this is something that, happens in my timeline that is significant, and that I need to take heed and I need to be aware of, right? Like, yo, this is something major, and certain things like reverberate throughout the whole timeline. Like I knew when I was young, I knew what age I would have my daughter, right? Now, there was a name that I wanted for my daughter that I didn't get that name because of the mom. But when I look at it, it's certain things that, like, yo, that you gotta fight for, right? There's certain things that you have to fight for, and I feel like that is something that, those type of things, it would have changed a lot. Like, so if I would have had this conversation, yo, this is what, this is who I am, right? This is who I am. This is what I want. The mom says, like, yo, no, we ain't doing that, or I don't want this, or I don't want that. Then I'd be like, yo, well, nah, well, it ain't no need for us to even continue moving forward then, because there is no future, right? Like, yo, you have your future and I have mine, and they don't mix, right? So I would do, that's what I would definitely moving forward. Like, yo, that's how I would be, right? So just me in the past, looking back, right? It's like, yo, I knew that my daughter would be born at this age, right? Like I knew. And that is like a big event in your life, right? That is a big event. And I've even had other visions, like other feelings. It's not even like a vision, but other feelings, right? I've had other feelings that have yet to come to pass, but it's tied in with something, right? And so I know that, like, yo, that will happen, like, yo, that's a big thing in my timeline, and it doesn't matter if you talk about it or if you don't, like, it's going to happen anyway, because I wasn't thinking like, yo, man, I gotta be busting in these girls raw, this is the year, it wasn't even, it wasn't even like that, but it's like, yo, but it happened anyway, right? So that's that, So that's how I go about my time. I'm trying to think of any other. I think that was a good story, that girl who, other people thought. I mean, she never said it herself, but but you didn't see her interact with black guys during the day. And I don't take anything away from her because she was still beautiful. Like, so if I only can mess with you at, 1 a.m., like, yo, I'm good. I'm good with that. It's like, no, man, but in the day, it's I'm like, yo, I don't care about that though. Like, I don't really care about none of that. Okay. Like, yo, you got to pick your time. All right. You got to pick your time. You can't go buy McDonald's at 3 a.m. at some places, right? Some places don't serve. Their McDonald's closed early, especially once COVID hit. Like, yo, certain things you can't do. That's just the way it works. You gotta work with others. You gotta work with other people's businesses. So if they don't like you at between 8 a.m. to 12 a.m., like, yo, all right. That's cool. I'll catch you at 12:30 a.m., right? I'll catch you at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. That's cool with me. We're going to do business. So, that's how I look at that. And I think that was like a good story, just a full circle, because even when we go back to the girl who, like, yo, who just, who blackballed me because of my fingers, you don't know her story either, right? You don't know. Like, yo, she could have had like a small ear, or, I don't know, freaking maybe her kneecap. One kneecap wasn't symmetrical, or, just one rib, her left rib is not the same width in diameter as her right rib. Like, you just never know, man. Like, it was definitely, it was something that, she was like, yo, no, I can't do this. Right. And that's fine. Like, that's fine because, look, just because it's easy to say what you don't like to eat when your life isn't dependent on eating that thing that you don't like to eat. Once your life is dependent on it, and it's like either this or death, things change, right? So it's good that we have choice. It's good that we have choice. Like, yo, man, nah, man, I don't like okra. All right, well, you don't like okra. No, I don't like salmon. No, I don't like fried chicken. No, I don't like turkey leg. Like, it's good that we have that. I don't eat ham. I don't eat pork. right? Like it's good that we even have that option. But just know that all of that is an illusion. Like all of that, I don't eat this, I don't do that. That's all an illusion. Because as we start to really like cut it down, like we talking about life or death, like, yo, you're going to eat that pork. And if you don't eat it, somebody like, yo, humanity is not going to go away. Like humanity is not, it's not going to stop. Like that's just not going to happen. Like humanity is not going to stop because look, pork is the last thing left, and it's plentiful, and like that's not going to happen. Like, yo, it's about to change. Like the books are about to change about the swine and the pig. Okay. And that extends to any and everything. So that's good. It's good that we have choice. Choice is good. It gives us, gives everybody a chance to make their avatar look a little bit different and look a little bit more the way that they want them to. So next week we will get into my dad and Dennis, and we may do a little origin. I think we will. I think we could save the origin for maybe at some point when we actually get closer and closer to actually finding my biological father, right? Because we will find him. I mean, dead or alive, we'll find him. It really won't matter. It really won't matter to me. But eventually we'll find him, right? Unless we die. I mean, then the game stops. But maybe someone else will pick up the torch and be like, all right, this is Bo's biological father right here, right? So aside from death, I mean, like, yo, we'll find him, and then we'll just boom, full 360. But next week we're gonna get into Dennis and my dad, and Reese's PCC. Beer.